Yes, it's time for another virtual drag race. This time I'm pitching two of probably the most humble hybrids you can currently buy in Australia. It's the Toyota Camry versus the Mitsubishi Outlander. Now these take on totally different hybrid approaches. The Camry is a very conventional hybrid setup. You don't have to plug it in, you just drive it like a normal vehicle, yet it will provide some electrical assistance which helps bring down consumption. And it does offer really good real-world consumption figures. As for the Outlander, this is a plug-in hybrid model. That basically means you can plug it in and charge up the battery separately, and then you get an electric driving range. In this case, it's rated at around 80 kilometers, although in the real world, you're getting a little bit less than that. You can plug this in every day or every second day or whatever, depending on how far you drive, and use it as a full EV if you want to, but you still got the petrol engine, so you don't have to worry about range anxiety. You can continue driving, fill it up with petrol. You can actually drive it like a full hybrid if you want to, but in my experience, you don't get the best economy driving like that. You're better off plugging it in and actually using some of that electric motor assistance. But why I pitch these two up against each other is because they offer what I would call respectable performance. Like merging onto the highway or overtaking, you can put your foot down and they actually go. They actually go quite well for what they are. They're not performance models, they're just normal, very humble vehicles. Taking a closer look, the Camry features a 2.5 litre petrol engine paired with a 4 amp hour battery with an electric motor, providing an overall output of 170 kilowatts. Pretty impressive actually. They've bumped it up from 160 kilowatts from last year's model. And then in the Mitsubishi, you've got a 2.4 litre petrol 4-cylinder matched up with a 20 kilowatt hour battery, providing an overall output of 185 kilowatts. So about 15 more kilowatts than the Camry. But if we have a closer look, we can see the weight is quite different. The Outlander weighs 2,145 kilograms. That's pretty heavy for a kind of, humble mainstream mid-size SUV. The Camry only weighs 1,565 kilograms, so quite a light vehicle. Now these two, well, they're different because the Camry is front-wheel drive while the Outlander is four-wheel drive, so there is that bit of sort of unfairness, I guess, but then the Camry's got less power. So yeah, it should even up quite well. The power-to-weight ratios are very different and in favor of the Camry. It's rated at around 108 kilowatts or 109 kilowatts per tonne, while the Outlander is rated at, or calculates to be, about 86 kilowatts per tonne. Definitely in favour of the Camry there. In the Outlander though, the electric motor system is a lot more powerful, so you're getting that instant response, instant torque straight off the mark. The Mitsubishi we're testing here is the current model, so the 2024. The updated 2025 facelift is not due in Australia until a bit later this year. But we've got the GSR variant. Now this is a little bit disappointing to me because the GSR badge has a bit of a history with sports cars and it was kind of the precursor to the Lancer evolution. To slap the GSR badge on this Outlander, yeah, it's just a little bit disappointing to me. It does come with black wheels and kind of a sporty appearance package, but nothing else. It's basically the same as the rest of the Outlander plug-in hybrid range. As for the Camry, it's just the base model Ascent, so this is pretty much your taxi or Uber special. The price is very different between these as well. The Camry starts from $39,990 before on-road costs, which I think is an awesome price really for the amount of vehicle you're getting. It's quite big, it's spacious inside, the interior is quite nice, but then the Outlander is definitely more luxurious and it has more space, more capability and more practicality, bigger boot and so on. The rear seat space is about the same, but you do sort of step across into the rear seats because it's an SUV, while the Camry is, a sedan. You've got to duck down and swoop below the ceiling or the roof. It's priced from $73,790, almost double the price, well not quite, but almost double the price of the Camry. But as I said, you are getting more capability, more practicality, bigger boot and all that sort of stuff. So they are definitely different vehicles. I thought I'd line these two up though because I've seen some VBox results that we've tested over the years and they actually come up pretty close in terms of 0 to 100 performance. So we'll run the, as usual, we'll run the full quarter mile. I'll put the tripod at 3 different spots down the private road and I'll mash it all up during the editing so they take off at the exact same moments. The weather of course is different on different days, but this gives you a bit of an idea of what they would look like in a real drag race. And then the V-Box results at the end are the best results. So regardless of what the footage looks like, that's just separate testing. I always do the V-Box testing separately so I can concentrate, do a number of runs with each vehicle to get the best out of them, or get a real world result that anybody could achieve with a brand new version of these two vehicles. There we go, the Camry just edges out in front of the Outlander. Pretty surprising result really. It's just such a humble vehicle, but the Outlander as well is quite quick for what it is. You know, it's not promising to be, I mean, the GSR badge might give some of it away, but that package is available in lower spec trim levels for a lower price. So you're getting really good performance for something that's not trying to be, you know, very fast and performance oriented. What would I choose out of these two? It's probably got to be the Outlander because I've got a family and all that, so I need the boot space, I need the bit of height there, easy to get in and out of, easy to load the kids in the back. But I can totally understand why someone would buy the Camry. Such an awesome all-round package and quite affordable in this day and age. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What would you take out of these two? Forgetting about the price tag.